Good Tuesday evening to all of you. This is the check-in video that I promised all of you. All of you should now be in the throes of what I posted last Thursday evening and into Friday. That is the second set of questions that followed up our pretest questions. And as I said, you can go ahead and do that on your own, juxtaposing them to the pretest, as well as on your double entry journals, what you're reading, whether you're reading Roots, whether you're reading Malcolm X, or whether you're reading Just Mercy. You can use those. There's really nothing, like I said, for you to produce. I want you to just contemplate them and use them for a reference for the duration of the course. And obviously you can do it beyond as well. Secondly, I did post my first lecture, which is obviously in the vein of the Mama Afrika Module, which chronicles African American history prior to the colonial period. Obviously, we are of the mindset that, or we should be of the mindset that African American history begins in the Old Sod, and that would be the mother continent. And we start in the Senegambia because that is where the majority of African Americans, if they would trace their roots, their heritage, their lineage, it would harken back to that area. I mean, you see that with Alex Haley, and you saw that last week with Jacqueline Jones in the First Peoples Africa piece. And obviously other people can do the same thing. Anyway, that said, please go through the lecture. Don't worry about memorizing everything or, analyzing everything. I really just want you to produce, and that's your last piece that you have to do for this week, is produce a brief response paper to the lecture material. Number one is what surprised you, what was shocking to you, whatever. And then the second thing was any questions that you have remaining. And those other people won't see. You just turn those in as a response paper. And I'll be doing that throughout the duration of the course. I'll vary the activities so it's not the same mundane, monotonous activities every week. Hopefully you notice that I kind of lighten the load this week with regard to blogs and discussion forums and things like that. And I'll continue to do that as well throughout the duration of the course. Last but not least, I want to just address some of the issues that came up last week. And those were obviously controversy, I guess you could call it. Just differences of opinion on evolution and creationism. And that's a given. That's going to happen. As a facilitator of the course, I understand that completely. Actually, it's a good thing. And I appreciated all the netiquette that I saw. People were pretty respectful, I thought, with regard to differing opinion. And that's really good. Obviously, I think it's important that we think about these things. I myself have dealt with these issues both academically and personally. I think some things I want to leave you with regard to this or touch on. Even if you do not agree with evolution, how can you use this information for your class, for this class, in your workplace, with your families, for your life, really? And as far as me personally, like I said, I get kind of personal, like I said before last week with my video. I was taught evolution by nuns. So this idea that Christians cannot believe in evolution is not totally an acceptable argument. In fact, from the Catholic perspective, it's totally permissible, to believe in evolution as well as creationism. And like I said before, I'm a facilitator. I won't dictate to you what to believe. You can still get an A in the class and not believe in evolution. That's fine. Just, I think we really have to analyze this material, this genetic material, genetic evidence, archaeological evidence, DNA evidence, and the like. If you have any other questions or comment on there, you can post it in the class lounge to discuss further. Okay, if you're interested in that. Let me see what else. I want to make sure your double entry journals on, like I said, either Roots, Malcolm X, or Just Mercy. You should be plugging along those. You don't have to turn anything in until December, remember. You just keep on plugging along. You create the module for that, or not the module, the template for that. I'm not going to do that. It's up to you. And the same thing is you pick what you want to write on. I'm not going to dictate to you what pieces you want to write on. That would make for very boring reading. I really give you the intellectual license to do that. You do that on your own. Let me see. Getting back to the video, I had some critiques of the video. I mean, I don't believe everything lock, stock, and barrel that I see on there as well. I know one student mentioned this. I think at least one student mentioned this, that the use of the word pygmy, The use of the word pygmy is very derogatory. In fact, the more correct names would be Baka, Mbuti people. They're ethnic groups. Ethnic groups that characterize people within the rainforest and central part of the continent. So yeah, I was horrified when I saw that too. Even so, I still use the video for some good things. You're not going to find everything that's going to please you. You're just not. That's why I don't have a textbook, because a lot of textbooks don't have everything that I want in there. So I pick and choose what I use. If you want any more information on evolution and creationism, like I said, post it in the Lennox Lounge. I will be posting some. I posted some things already, but I'll post more. I might post something from the Vatican on how it's okay to believe in evolution and creationism. From my perspective, science and religion are not a dichotomy. They can and they should agree. Okay? Let me see. I'm trying to think what else. Book groups. I'm putting together book groups, and we will be using those in the future for activities, for discussion purposes. And don't worry, don't worry about the other books. You'll be within your own group. So if you're reading Roots, you'll be discussing Roots. If you're reading Malcolm X, you'll be discussing Malcolm X. If you're reading Just Mercy, you'll be discussing Just Mercy with the others who chose those texts like you did. Let me see here. There are two, just to forewarn you, there are 2 more weeks to this module of Mama Afrika before we get into the American Revolutionary module. So hang on for that. It should be fun. We'll have some more videos. We'll have some more activities. We'll be discussing written tradition versus oral tradition. We'll see some pieces on Timbuktu. And remember, there's a movie on Timbuktu coming out this week at the Penny Library on Thursday night. I can't make it because I teach African history that evening. There's a lot of activities, and I try to post those in the Lennox Lounge. Just to bring up the Lennox Lounge again, Lennox Lounge, you don't have to really do anything if you don't want to. That's for extracurricular time that you have, that you may have, maybe you don't have it, I don't know. But I post things in there. You can give me things to post in there. I think you can post in there as well. So you're more than welcome to do that. If there's anything else that is a loose end that I've left hanging here tonight, feel free to shoot me an email, call me. And remember, tomorrow night I'll be Skyping from, I think it's 9:30 to 10. No, 8:30 to 10, excuse me. So, again, I look forward to corresponding with you in any way, shape, or form. Remember, on Thursday night, things will be closing out. The brief assignment that you're supposed to be doing, the brief paper assignment, will be closing out. And I'll be working on posting all the new material, transferring the old material to what we've done so far. And like I said, if there's at any time, any problems with access, questions that you may have, concerns, do not hesitate to contact me. I look forward to working with you next week on our new material for Mama Afrika. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.